everyone. My name is Hainisha Malone. I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and we believe that we are the solution to the issues in our community. Our theme is Nothing With Us, Without Us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Hainisha Malone, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of young people in our community whose focus and concern is youth leadership and a voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. We invite people from all over, especially young people, to come in and see what we are all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. We would also like to encourage callers from people watching to leave their questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that website is www.cantv.org/live. Also, everyone, I would like to introduce my guest for today. This is Kevin Campbell, and he is a junior at CCA. And thank you for being on the show today. Again, everyone, my name is Hainisha Malone. I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and you are watching a live interactive call-in television program brought to you on CanTV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to discuss our cyberbullying affects young people in our high school. We invite our viewers to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are now open. So today's topic again is cyberbullying and how it affects young people in our high school. Okay, and now I have a few questions for you, and the first one is, what's your purpose, and tell us what school you go to.
Thank you for introducing me like that. And my purpose in life is to live comfortably and just be successful and not be a stereotype to how other people see us. And what school I go to is CCA Academy.
Okay. So what is bullying to you?
I feel as if bullying to me is picking on someone just because you don't feel comfortable enough in your own skin.
Right.
So you want to make others feel as if they should feel like you.
Yeah.
And a follow-up question to that question is, have you ever had someone dealing with like bullying or even like cyberbullying at that?
Like, have I ever met somebody that was being bullied?
Yeah, or do you have a friend that's like going through cyberbullying or just like bullying in general?
My friends don't really get bullied. But I do know of people getting bullied though. Like, I've seen people get bullied before, and it's like, it made me feel really bad. Like, I remember in grammar school, like, kids used to get picked on a lot, and it was like, and it was like I was friends with the people who was being the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was like, sometimes when you see people being put in situations like that, you start like, it's like you start to feel like empathetic and start to feel like, oh, how do they feel? Like, when you look at their face expressions while people talking about them and what they have and what they don't have, right, and stuff like that. And then it was like, I don't want to be friends with people like that, because like, you making them feel low about something that they can't control, like calling somebody ugly. Like, they have no control over their looks. Like, I don't like calling people ugly, telling them like what shoes they have. Like, maybe they can't afford certain shoes, or they can't afford like certain clothes, and like it's not right to really treat somebody like that, because it's like they can't control that stuff, and it's like they don't make them less of a person just because they don't have materialistic things, or they don't meet like the social beauty standard or nothing like that. Right. So yeah, I don't really like bullying. That's what bullying is to me too. Bullying is basically just projecting your insecurities on the others, or just not being humble enough with what you have. Like, you will have stuff, or you will be like probably like spoiled, get what you want, and you take that as, okay, I get what I want. So it's like, you under me because you don't have what I have. They weren't really they weren't really brought up the right way. So it's like people that are bullies, they either weren't taught the right way, they didn't have the right mentors, or people to teach them like how to go about certain stuff. So it's like they see that, like when they see people with stuff that they have, they see people that don't have that.
Right.
They like, oh, I'm better than you because I have this and you don't.
Right.
So it's basically just like
they're getting attacked basically in a way.
Yeah, but
Right.
they just need somebody to teach them like a different way to handle that stuff.
Right.
So do you believe that cyberbullying is real?
Honestly, from my perspective, I don't believe that cyberbullying is real. I feel like that it's a mind thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mind thing that when you getting bullied on the internet, your mind is telling you, okay, I gotta look at that comment. I gotta respond to that comment.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always your mind telling you how you gonna react. People always react off of how another person react. But when your mind telling you, okay, well, I gotta see what that person say, because that bully has so much control over your life.
Yeah.
So now you feel as if like, okay, so if I might give him a reaction or that person reacted, they gonna come back with me 2 times worse. So I honestly don't feel like cyberbullying is real. I feel like that person that's bullying you has so much control over you that you don't know anything else but being bullied.
I get what you're saying. So basically, like the stuff that come out of it isn't real, is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
Because the definition of cyberbullying is just somebody bullying you online.
Right.
That's real online. Though. Like
right.
Being bullied online is real.
Yeah, like having hate comments and threats put towards you.
But you're just saying like the way that you go about it. Like, the way that you go about it. Yeah, the way that people say you got to go about it, not real.
Yeah, like that.
I get that. Cause like people like you would be like have like comments and stuff. Or people saying stuff about you, and it's like people will take it and they'll just like run with it, and they'll be like, oh, I gotta respond back because I'm on social media. I might look scary. I don't want to look scary, so I gotta respond and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's like once somebody say something to you, and then you like they get a reaction out of you, that person automatically has control over you.
Yeah, they already don't
exactly want. Because it's like if they say something to you and you be like. And you get irritated, and they could just keep, yeah. And if you get irritated even a little, everything that they say after that is just gonna tick you off even more. So it's like you letting your emotions be depicted by another person. Like this person is basically like you'll be calm and relaxed, and you'll let another person come like mess that up for you. Like that's not good. But it's like that's like another level of like self-control that a lot of people have to like learn to have too.
Right.
So yeah, I see what you're saying. So is peer pressure one of the reasons why cyberbullying or any bullying occurs in youth social settings?
Yeah, it's like we really just like spoke on this for the previous question, but like peer pressure is a big thing because even like because that's like from my perspective and from the schools I've been to, right? I always seen fights start online. Yeah. Like it'll be something that was said online. And then that person will feel like, okay, they have to retaliate back.
Yeah.
And then you got your peers and other people around you saying, oh, okay, so you just gonna let them treat you like that, let you push you off like that. So it's like the voices and that person coming at you and then other voices in your head, it's making you just react and not even think about what you're reacting to.
Yep.
So it's like, I feel like peer pressure play a big role because it can always be that person that wanna just step back and be like, nah, I'm not going to condone that. But then you got the ears in your head like, oh, you going to do something, you got to do something, you got to say something, then it's overpowering you. So, yeah.
I see that happen a lot. Like, on social media, like, people will be arguing. And, like, people had this joke where they be like, oh, I want to let that slide. Or you going to let them talk to you like that? Like, people say that all the time.
Well, personally, I won't let them talk to me like that.
Exactly. Like, they say stuff like that. And it's like, they'll be joking, but the person that's getting like quote unquote bullied, they'll take that as okay, people think that I'm getting punked, so let me say something, let me try to say something even more, and let me just try to keep saying something to try to get them off my back. And then it turns into like a bigger problem. But you explain that great. You explain that great. So do you think the cause of suicide in teens is based off cyberbullying or school bullying?
I feel like that it's just like the school bullying. No, honestly, I feel as if it's both. Mm-hmm. Because when you getting bullied, no matter if it's online or just like in regular day life,
right.
Like you feel like you trapped, especially when it's both ways. Because you in school, but you was like, okay, I go home, I got my peace, my calmness. But you got that person that's bullying you in school, bullying you online, so you feel like you trapped. So they feel like killing themselves or harming themselves is stopping the pain and stopping the harm that other person is putting on to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's both too, because like you said, they basically feel trapped, and then at the same time, it's like when you get bullied in school, like you have to be at school like 8 hours, 5 days a week.
Right.
Like you have to be there. Like school is like another life for you. So like if you're getting bullied at school, and it's like for 8 hours, 8 hours throughout the week, you feel like you just feel like crap the whole time you at school because people bullying you. And then you have to deal with that when you get home too, because you have to be on social media. That's not good. But at the same time, I feel like I don't know if like resort to suicide would be like the best, because it's like, it's other ways to handle it. But it's like people don't ever introduce those options. Sometimes you could like delete social media, or you could like tell your parents, and then your parents could like take you to a new school so that you won't have to like deal with that stuff no more. Because it's like Instagram and like Facebook and like Twitter, like all that stuff is like it's like super draining, and it's like 9 times out of 10 it's drama going on. So it's like sometimes people have to take a break from social media so that they won't feel like just overstimulated by everything that's going on and stuff like that. So they should just like delete it for a little while, then come back if they feel like it. But that's what they should probably do first, like delete it, and then probably like transfer if you don't feel comfortable, because you should be able to feel comfortable at school because you have to be there like so often.
Yeah.
So is cyberbullying the reason why school shootings are happening in such a rapid way?
I feel like yeah, cause it's always that place. Like school, like even if you get bullied outside of school, inside of school is for a person to feel safe, because like they got things and rules around them that helps a person from like getting bullied. But at the same time, that person that was hurt on the internet, or that person that feels as if they in school hiding, like that person will feel as if, okay, so they attacked me while I was safe, so you at school, so I'm gonna attack you where you were safe. Mm-hmm. So that person that's retaliating, he only thinking about the person that he hurt. He not thinking about everybody else. Yeah. So I feel like school shootings have like way more because of the bullying, and especially online bullying.
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like a lot of the stuff. Wait, did you say anything about like how people that shoot up the schools get cyberbullied, or no?
No.
I think that'd be it too, because it's like people will get cyberbullied online, and then they'll feel some type of way about being cyberbullied from the
it's
people
always
at
about
their
that
school.
Retaliation, and always like how we say it, get back. Mm-hmm. So it's always like it's different levels to it. Like
exactly, and it's like school shooting is probably like another way, because it's like, okay, I'm getting bullied at school, and it's like this person is bullying me, but these people are around him watching me, so I'm finna like shoot the whole school up, basically.
Right.
So it's like, because I heard somebody say that one time, like they feel like it's one person bullying them, but it's other people watching it happen, like they not doing nothing about it. So they're like shoot the school up. So I feel like cyberbullying is one, because it's like a lot of kids really resort to social media to be bullies, because sometimes they can't really be bullies in real life, or when they come to real life they don't really act the same way that they do online. Like online is like it get them a chance to have like
their own
another personality.
Right.
Exactly. Like going online is like, okay, this is just like, this not the real me, like this is just somebody that I can act like something that I'm not, basically. So they'll go online and they'll act a certain way, and then you'll get to school and it's like they not even acting like that. So like people will be online bullying you,
right,
and they don't think that you gonna react off of what they like, how they bully you. They won't think that you gonna react, and then something bad like a school shouldn't happen.
Yeah, but like I'm not to cut you off. I want to speak on that. Like a lot of people that's getting bullied, I know they feel like they don't have anybody to put their hand out to. Mm-hmm. They don't feel as if they have anybody that can actually help them or show them steps how to get past it. But and especially for the person that's doing the bullying, like you said, like it's a wall. It's a wall. They have that wall that connect them between the internet. So really, a person on the internet can really say anything. And nowadays, it's easy to find anybody on the internet. Mm-hmm. You can just say anything on the internet, but they not taking into consideration how that other person feel, because it might just be fun and games and play to you, but that other person really is hurt and really is thinking about other ways to get past it, even if that is suicide or even harming themselves or harming another person just because they feel harm coming their way.
Exactly. That is true, because like okay, this person bullying me, like, what can I do? You could be like, oh, they bigger than me, they stronger than me, they got more friends than me who could probably, like, jump me, so I don't want to, like, say the wrong thing back. So they just bullying you nonstop, so I understand that. Okay. So how does cyberbullying affect youth in school?
I feel like cyberbullying affects youth in school because I really did just speak on this, but like they feel as if there's nobody out to help them, and you know, you got someone bullying you in school, but in school you really supposed to be there to learn, really supposed to be there to progress your mind and get your education, and learn new things. But it's hard for you to just focus on school when you in school with a bully or a person that trying to make you feel less than yourself because they don't feel more high value in their own skin.
Yeah. And then it's like it take you away from like sometimes it take you away from like being in the moment because you have another thing in the back of your mind like, oh, when I come out of this class, I gotta find a way to like go through another hallway so that I won't bump into them because I know that they're gonna say something to me or they're gonna try to bump me or they're gonna try to embarrass me or something like that. So I think that like being like bullied and stuff like that, it take you away from like basically like
Yourself, basically.
yeah, and it
like,
take you away from like experiencing life because the only thing in the back of your mind is like how can I prevent this bully from bullying me again? So like you can't even really focus on your schoolwork. You probably can, but like it's probably hard too because you keep thinking about this other person because they have so much like control over you.
Right.
Exactly. So does cyberbullying affect your mental health?
I feel like honestly, I never been through bullying or cyberbullying, but I have like seen it. And for like if that was happening for me, for my mental state, I would feel down and sluggish and even probably depressed.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know anything else but being bullied.
Exactly.
Like, cause like you said, like in the back of your mind, you gotta come to school every day, wondering, okay, so it's my bully here. So do I have to move around or go opposite direction to my class just to avoid that person?
Exactly.
So I feel like for anybody, it will mess with your mental health because you could be enjoying your life one day and then your life can crash down the next day because of another person making you feel a type of way on your own way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes people allow that person to have that upper hand on them because it's like somebody can say something to you, but it's like the way you handle it will be the way that it stands for the world. Like just like when like me and my friend was talking about how like embarrassment isn't real. Like being embarrassed is not real. It's just the way that you like go about it. Like people like when people trip and fall, that's literally a basic human everyday thing that everybody do, that everybody's done before. But it's like you feel embarrassed by it because you like I don't know, like it's just like if you do something and you just laugh it off and you go about it like you don't care, everybody's gonna move the same way. Just like if somebody get hurt or something like that, like if one person, like if you look at it and you just laugh at it, like you get hurt and you laugh, everybody gonna laugh with you. But if you do something and then you sit there like you embarrassed, then it becomes like embarrassing. So it's like people could say stuff about you, but you just go about it. If you go about it like you don't care, like if you hear them saying, you be like okay, and just like don't give it no type of attention or don't give it no type of like amusement towards it.
Right.
Then it'll just blow over. But if you hear it and then you just like make that who you are, make what they saying who you are, and be like, okay, they saying that about me, so now I feel some type of way. Like you can't feel no type of way about people who don't know you saying stuff about you, because they don't know your life, they don't know who you are. So like you just gotta hear that stuff and you gotta let it go in one ear and out the other.
Right, because I feel as if like what you was just saying, like if someone is to say something about you and you take it really to your mental, to your heart, that's not that person telling you that, it's you already believing that in yourself. So if someone was to say like you ugly, right, and you take it there and you get mad or you get angry, you start crying, it's not because that person made you sad or hurt your feelings, it's because deep down in your soul, that's what you think of yourself. Yeah. It's always the outside and the inside of yourself. Because see, like anybody could pretend to be happy on the outside, but deep down inside they probably hurt it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like it's like you say, like, it's a mental thing. Like you always whatever. It's not about what no other person think about you. It's what you think of yourself. And if that person say something to you that you might think is true, you're gonna actually start believing it's true because you already was thinking it, but that other person done said it.
Exactly.
So it's already like it's basically like confirmation for yourself, basically.
I like that. Yeah. So how does cyberbullying impact social settings?
Like cyberbullying impacts social settings because you could be around a person that's so cheerful, so happy, so playful, but then when they start getting bullied and don't nobody notice and they think, oh, okay, they just going through it and it don't really matter, but that to that person it matters. And it impacts others because you could be around a bunch of friends but you're not yourself no more because you're going through bullying outside of school and inside of school.
Yeah.
So it like impacts like your emotions, like the vibe you give around other people, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's like whatever. It's like just like how people say like you are the people that you hang around. So if you hanging around people who getting bullied and they have like this low spirit all the time, you gonna start feeling that too, and then it's gonna start being a part of like who you are. And not saying that you'll get bullied because they getting bullied, but like you will feel like the type of like intensity that they feel, like that energy will start rubbing off and stuff like that. And just like how you said earlier, they feel like they not comfortable, like they feel like they don't have nobody to talk to.
Right.
It's like they don't even feel like they could tell their own friends like, oh yeah, y'all, I'm getting bullied, because it's like another thing, like embarrassing. Like they feel like that's embarrassing because it's like I'm letting this person treat me like that, but it's like I don't know what to do, and they don't want to tell their friends because then they feel like their friends is gonna like
not
talk
take
about
it serious,
exactly,
or probably think they just playing around, but the whole time it really do be a serious issue.
Exactly.
That your own friends in your circle not really taking serious.
Exactly, and it's like sometimes those people around you can't help you, but then at the same time I understand how some people be like they don't really trust their friends. They like the people that they talk to with certain information because they feel like they'll take it and they'll use it against them. Right. Because you could tell your friend, oh y'all, I'm getting bullied and stuff like that, and then y'all will fall out and they'll be like, oh, you be letting people bully you, you scary, stuff like that. So like people be having that in the back of their mind, which is why they don't tell all their friends everything, because it's like, okay, I'll tell you this, but then when we fall out, then what? You gonna try to like use it against me. Exactly. So I see why like people wouldn't tell their friends that stuff. So what are the steps that the youth can take when noticing cyberbullying?
I feel like the steps we can take is give advice, because that's one thing I always learned that help people, and even me, like getting advice or giving another person's perspective on something can always help, or putting your hand out the person, because like a person can't always probably help you the way you want to be helped, but the way you want to be helped, but they can always give you something that can take you to the next level, or take you probably from out that sorry position that you're in and put you in a less sorry position. Yeah. And like always, if you know somebody that's going through cyberbullying or even bullying in general, family, friends, any of that, let an adult know, because it could really like go from just them being ridiculed or talked about to them actually feeling as if they need to harm themselves just to get that bullying or that pain away, or get that bully to hop off their back or something like that.
Yeah, I understand that. So how do you fight cyberbullying if you're a victim?
I feel as if you fight cyberbullying, you fight cyberbullying by really just keep fighting, because like I said earlier, it's a mental thing. If you let somebody have so much control over your life and let them say anything about you just to make you feel down, you already don't let them win. You already giving them the power to say, oh, okay, I'm better than you. Yeah. Or they gonna go to their friends and be like, okay, just say anything about them because they self-esteem low or anything about that. So it's just like, if you're a victim of cyberbullying, like just really put your hand out to somebody that you really trust, and say I need help, because that's at the end of the day, that's all we need. Everybody is human, everybody make mistakes, and everybody need help. So really just put your hand out and ask for help, and just say I need help from that person. Yeah.
So if someone is watching and is in need of immediate intervention or support, how can the youth reach out to you?
If you are just I messed up there.
It's okay. But you can reach out to the Cyber Smile Online Prevention Hotline number, which is 800-273-8255. Again, that number is 800-273-8255. If you are just tuning in, our guest tonight on the show is Kevin, and we are discussing cyberbullying and how it affects young people in our high school. We would like to thank our viewers for watching. For additional information about our youth council, please contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821, and ask for Miss Princess. Thank you, and tune in next week, same time, same station.